thank you to Brian for your support on Patreon.
The western wing of the sporting arena was packed with about 100 or so brawlers readying themselves for the tournament. Rainier impatiently shoved his way through a crowd of soon-to-be opponents while munching down on a basket of cheesy bread. Everybody loves this cheesy bread. I wonder if maybe that's going to be the Soylent Green of it all. Every evil is marked back to the cheesy bread. Where in the world was the fucking badger? He better not have gotten cold feet. Pirates will collect their dues one way or another. Not that he was a pirate or anything. His precious Irontail was an honest security vessel. Rainier growled and took another massive chomp of his cheesy bread. Fuck, this shit was good. Made a mental note to track down the cheesemaker and buy an entire bulk of this stuff for their next sailing trip. Of course, he'd have to buy all that beer and rum that his crew demanded, and I forgot his voice. Hold on. So it's like a more guttural version of Coach Grifter. Oh Lord, I haven't warmed up today. Well, let's give it a shot. Oh! What was that? Oh man.
I need to get all my money back first. Where in the hell is that little fucker? If he ran off, I'm gonna grill his craven ass all over.
The orca pirate rounded a corner and froze. Well, he found the guy he was looking for. What fucking situation did Sid wind up in? Rainier didn't expect to find him sobbing quietly on the ground while polishing his halberd blade with the wax, though. The sight of this hulking badger softly sniffling while wielding a weapon big enough to decapitate several men was comical, to say the least.
The fuck are you crying about?
Oh, it's you.
The hell happened? You look like someone dumped your favorite goldfish down the privy or something.
Some stuff happened a while ago.
The badger adjusted his glasses in a poor attempt to hide his tears.
Sorry, I'm just feeling kind of silly right now.
Whatever it is, you better pull yourself together. I can't trust some sniffling guppy to watch my back in a fight. What, did that foppish noble brat say mean things to you or something?
Rainier watched Sid with a scowl. The boy didn't even look up at him as he continued waxing his blade.
He kinda dug through my brain with magic and spilled all my deepest petty doubts to my friends. It's not a great feeling.
Sid sighed and curled up on the grass.
It's a miracle they didn't just leave me. And Artemis just single-handedly crushed the jousting tournament. Why do they even keep me around? Maybe I should just quit while I'm ahead.
Ow! Rainier immediately smacked him across the head with his bread basket. Sid yelped as streaming hot cheese ran down his face and stung at his eyes. Jesus Christ!
What kind of shitty attitude is that? Your crew stuck their necks out for you and this is how you repay them?
Rainier fumed furiously as he watched the badger struggle to wipe the dripping cheese from his eyes. That's horrifying. The remainder of his bread was scattered across the grassy field, already attracting an army of ants. What a waste. He made a mental note to add cheesy bread onto the lad's growing list of debts.
Well, they don't really need me at this point. Artemis can probably handle whatever we...
Dumbass! Dumbass! When I go to recruiting folks to my ship, you think I go, oh, we've already got one decent deckhand, we're good. Of course fucking not. It takes more than one man to sail a ship. Everybody's got a job to fill. Sure, one of them fucks up occasionally and others gotta put in a little extra elbow grease. But that's all part of being on a crew, ain't it? Today you, tomorrow me, as my master used to say.
But Sid opened his mouth to retort when he met with a fistful of floor bread shoved down his throat. What the fuck? Okay, this is getting a bit much.
No buts! Get your sorry head out of your ass and whip yourself into gear. People are gonna need you to play your part when the time comes. Like me, 'cause you owe me a handsome load of money and you're gonna have to carry your own weight through this damn brawl.
Sid struggled to chew down this muzzle full of bread before letting out a quiet sigh. He retracted his halberd, shrinking it down with a sharp metallic tink. Rainier eyed the weapon with surprise, but said nothing. This kid's got potential, but he looked like a mess right now. Rainier's voice dipped low as he clapped a hand on the badger's shoulder.
No sailor can see the horizon from within a squall, but it's always there for those who keep sailing forward. I think you could use some time out of your head, huh? Ain't healthy to be marinating in dumb thoughts all day.
He glanced at the festival viewing tower.
I reckon we've still got some time before the brawl begins. Why don't you go around and chat with some of the competition? I want you back here with your head clear and ready for a fight, boy.
I'll try. The boy gave him a non-committal nod before quietly staggering away. Rainier watched his retreating back with a huff.
Jeez, it's like looking back in an old mirror.
Oh, wow. This random new guy has a tragic backstory. Is that a blue feather hanging from his necklace? Could it be that he fucked a fucking bird at some point and now there's... Whoa, what other blue birds do we know about in this? Oh my God, find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z!
Or we just continue. He sighed and scratched his head.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I was twice as mopey at his age.
Of course, gotta one-up him, even when it comes to horrible stuff.
Master Ingrid must have had the patience of a saint to put up with me.
Rainier gripped the hilt of his twin short swords with an air of bittersweet nostalgia.
Still, I'm kinda glad for the chance to uphold the tradition of hoisting sad strays back onto their feet.
Well, ain't that sweet.
Later on in the same place,
Sid absent-mindedly strolled through the crowd of brawlers with eyes still sore and raw. His soon-to-be opponent sneered at his sniffling face like a pack of predators inspecting their prey. Sid gulped and clutched the shrunken handle of the Lanius anxiously. Did Rainier really expect the two of them to take on this many fighters? There had to be over 100 of them. Maybe this wasn't the best place to clear his head. Val? Oh, God. Oh, yes, I remember now.
Oh, good. You are here.
There he is. Croca boy. Croc husband.
Croc daddy.
Sid jumped with a start. Val's hulking figure was suddenly behind him.
Oh, my God.
The crocodile gave him an appraising look.
You're participating in the brawl as well, yes?
hey Val. Yeah, I kinda owe this pirate money and got dragged into the tournament.
Val's eyebrow perked in surprise.
Strange. I thought you were planning to attend the brawl of your own volition.
Sid's shoulders slumped.
Well, yeah, I did. At first. But, stuff came up. It's complicated.
Val watched him with a hint of disappointment.
Pity. When we fought in the fighting ring, and there was this feral air about you, I saw a fellow warrior who reveled in the raw thrill of battle, unchained by obligation or restraint. I was looking forward to facing him in battle once more.
Sid frowned defensively.
Well, I'm still gonna fight.
A warrior with no drive is no warrior at all. I have no interest in fighting a lad being dragged about by the likes of Colony Bonebreaker.
A wave of irritation washed over Sid as he glared.
Cole is a good man.
I get that you've got beef with him, but he can be a bit of an ass sometimes. But he's still a good-hearted guy who looks out for people. I'm happy to fight for him. He glared at Val heatedly. The crocodile eyed his little outburst with a hint of intrigue. Interesting. If you fight in the brawl with this same ferocity, you may yet be a worthy opponent. Good day to you.
Ooh, boy. Piss him off and you've got a real monster on your hands. The monster known as internalized depression.
The crocodile bowed his head slightly before retreating into the crowd. Sid exhaled sharply and rubbed his sore eyes. He didn't mean to snap like that. The thought of someone talking down to Cole right after the hyena provoked a public duel in his defense made his blood boil slightly. Sid took a deep breath and sighed. It's a shame Cole wouldn't be here to watch his brawl. He wondered where the little guy went at a time like this.
Sid?
Huh? Sid's ears perked up at the familiar voice. Oh, God, it's Clyde.
Huh? Clyde?
Sure enough, the grinning tiger was waving furiously at him from behind the audience fence. Pleasantly surprised, Sid scurried over to his blacksmith friend. Oh, man. I have a feeling this isn't really fucking Clyde. Oh, man.
What are you doing here? I thought you were busy looking after the shop.
Clyde grinned through breathless panting as though he ran to the festival on short notice. It's not him. Oh, man.
I'm surprised too. I was in the middle of my shift when old man Saul showed up out of the blue. He rambled on about how young'uns should be enjoying the festivities instead of cooped up in a dusty shop. So here I am. Jeez, you sure he's okay? That's pretty quick heart attack recovery.
Clyde shrugged.
I tried arguing, but he wasn't having it. Not that I'm complaining, though. I'm glad I get the chance to see my baby in action.
Oh, you meant Elanius. The tiger winked.
I don't know. You can be my baby, too, if you want.
Oh, God.
In all seriousness, though, nobody has ever used the Lanius in a real battle before. I'm glad I'm here to witness it.
Clyde glanced around the viewing booths curiously.
By the way, where's Cole? He left a little while ago. He said he had some important business to take care of.
Clyde's shoulders slumped.
Oh, that's a shame. Despite our differences, I figured he'd want to see this too.
A bittersweet smile fell across the tiger's face as he stared at the Lanius' shining handle. Sid's chest fluttered with sympathy. This was the weapon that cost Clyde his lifelong dream, and yet it was still his pride and joy. Sid couldn't believe he even thought about quitting the tournament. He clutched the weapon with renewed vigor.
Hey, look on the bright side. This'll be a good chance to show off your weapon to the entire Firefly Funhouse festival. The crowds are filled with nobles and craftsmen. Maybe we'll catch their eye and you can have a chance to kickstart your blacksmithing career again.
Clyde sighed skeptically.
I love the Lanius, but do you really think people will notice it in a massive brawl of over 100 fighters? Let's be realistic here.
This is definitely not Clyde.
I'm just happy to see my life's work being used by a capable wielder. That's all I can hope for, really.
Clyde smiled.
Still, this has been a fulfilling experience for my little blacksmithing heart. Thanks for convincing me to train you the other day. I appreciate it.
Sid blinked and Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Sid blinked in confusion.
Huh? But you're the one who offered to train me. You even ran out into the street after us, remember?
Clyde stared at him strangely.
What are you talking about? You're the one who came back to my shop yesterday to ask for lessons. Are you feeling all right?
But, Sid frowned, his head swimming with bewildering thoughts. If that wasn't Clyde yesterday, then why would he jump immediately to that? I don't know. This could still be Cole trying to wrap up some little fucking inconsistency in the stories. But I don't know if he thought that far ahead. Maybe, I don't know. If that wasn't him yesterday, then who? He froze, his mind slowly putting two and two together. There was only one person who cared deeply enough about the situation and knew the disguised self spell. He glanced up at Clyde with a dawning realization.
Hey, Clyde. What time did Old Man Saul show up to take your shift at the shop? It was about an hour ago. I think it was a little before the jousting tournament. Shame I missed it.
That was all the confirmation Sid needed. That wasn't Old Man Saul. It was Cole. Cole, you sneaky little... The little hyena had wanted Clyde to teach Sid how to correctly wield Delanius. And he wanted Clyde to show up during the tournament when his masterwork weapon would be put to use. The bardic inspiration in Sid's chest flared with a furious, rhythmic warmth. Cole had trusted Sid to perform well in the brawl to help reignite his best friend's career. The career that Cole had ruined. To place this amount of trust on somebody like him... Steel your resolve! Oh, man. Sid suddenly grabbed Clyde by his shoulders with a deadly serious look.
Clyde, we're going to get your blacksmithing dream back on track today. Just you watch! Everyone will see the true power in your masterwork weapon. I promise you.
Clyde looked taken aback. Clyde? Did I fucking say Clyde? I mean, that's Sid and Clyde's fucking romance name. Clyde. Oh my Christ. Or Side. No, it's definitely gonna be Clyde.
Huh. Well, I appreciate the thought, buddy. But you don't have to take on so much.
Sid shook his head fiercely. Or sighed, as I fucking might have said it.
This isn't just for you. This fight is for me and for everyone who has ever put their trust in me. I refuse to let anyone down today.
Stutter. Sid gave Clyde one last steadfast nod before hurrying back toward the brawler's wing. Well, that's just goddamn lovely, isn't it? Oh, he's back. Sid returned to the spot where Rainier was waiting for him with renewed vigor. The pirate caught sight of him and grinned, flashing his sharp teeth.
Now there's some fire in your eyes. I take it you're ready for the brawl?
Sid crackled his knuckles with a glare. I love those little animations.
Of course! We're winning this thing with no exception. No, we're winning this thing. No exceptions. There's more than gold on the line today.
Rainier laughed heartily.
Finally! This is the face of someone I can trust with my back on the battlefield. Keep that spark alive, lad. You're gonna need it.
Yet gonna need it?
You're gonna need it.
The Orca stood up and holstered his swords.
So, how was your little stroll? Did you see any competition that might be a problem?
Sid paused for a moment.
Honestly, I think we can handle most of them. There's only two of us, so the biggest thing we need to worry about is getting surrounded and outnumbered. Other than that...
Val. Yeah, there we go. He jerked his head towards Val in the distance, who was deep in conversation with Clyde.
That crocodile over there is an experienced brawler. He's gonna be a tough one, even if we fight him together. Do you think you can take him?
He was interrupted by Rainier letting out an appreciative whistle as he stared Val up and down. Everyone is horny and gay in a Shirakoi game. Da 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 da.
Oh, I can take him, all right. Oh, you mean in a fight? What? Don't look at what? Don't look at me like that. I'm allowed to appreciate good-looking men. That tiger he's talking to ain't too bad either.
Sheesh, and I thought Cole was bad. And trust me, wait till you meet the rest of the cast. Just.
Oh, wait, he's coming this way.
The orca elbowed Sid and whispered furiously,
You know he's single, and listen, seduction is actually a solid battle strategy.
Oh, here he is. But how the hell am I going to do these two voices back to back? Val approached the two of them with a small basket of steaming bread in his hand. Everyone loves steaming garlic cheese bread and penis. In all fairness, it's pretty accurate. There we go. Sid scratched his head. Where in the world is everyone getting all this cheesy bread? Okay. I'm starting to think that there might actually be something to the conspiracy about the cheesy bread, because even the characters are starting to realize this is a lot of cheesy bread. Wait a minute. Maybe the fainting spells is caused by over-sodium from over-salting in the cheesy bread. My God, man! It seemed as though everyone was eating some at this festival. The crocodile eyed Rainier with suspicion before turning towards Sid. Boy, I have come with a question. Where do your parents work? Sid blinked in response. We run an inn at the east end of the market district. It's called the Sparrow's Roost. I see. I had the good fortune of purchasing this incredible bread from your family's food stall earlier. I will have to come by for more later. Wait, my family's here?
You mean that sweet old bird couple? Yeah, their food's delicious. They've been selling their cheesy bread at the other end of the arena since the festival started.
They've been here the whole time? Wait, that's close to the viewing booth where I was sitting. Did they hear a little scuffle earlier? Oh God! Sid scrambled through the crowd to peer across the arena in panic. Sure enough, he caught sight of his two tiny parents waving furiously at him from the opposite end of the field. Oh man, talk about your mixed emotions. From across the field, Ilya elbowed her husband as she continued to wave her wings wildly. Oh dear, I think he sees us. You're doing amazing, sweetie! Stay safe out there!
Oh, look at that little boy mingling with the big old crowd.
The little parakeet sniffled and wiped his eyes.
He's come a long way since his frog friend days, hasn't he?
Ilya wrung her arms anxiously as she scanned the crowd in the brawler's wing. Don't get in over your head, dear! Oh, do you think Sid will be all right? There are so many tough-looking fighters this year.
Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. I hear he's been doing a lot of training under that buff hyena guy he likes. I'm sure he's learned a few tricks.
I sure hope so. Ilya sighed, shoulders slumped. I suppose I'll have to support him from the sidelines in my own way.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, yeah, ma'am! Where did that little noble motherfucker ran off to? He thinks he can mess with my boy and get away with it, eh? I'm gonna end that little shit's entire bloodline! A little easier than you'd think. Rennet waved supportively as his wife rampaged through the arena audience with pure bloodlust in her eyes.
You go get him, hon. I'm gonna feed the entire fucking city. Cheesy bread.
Oh, wait! Somebody grab my mom! Don't let her out of your sight! Did anyone see where that color guy went? Somebody's gonna get hurt! You mean that little bird lady? Who in their right mind would even think of hurting such a harmless old woman? Sid shook his head with panic. He had half the mind to rush out into the audience, but he didn't want to get disqualified. No, it's not my mom I'm worried about. He yelped as Rainier suddenly shoved him aside and eagerly shook Val's hand. Oh God, here we go.
Oh, who cares about that? Anyway, the name's Rainier. Pleased to meet you, mate. Any chance you'll be free after the brawl? I'd be happy to buy you a drink. I mean, right after we win the cash prize, right? Because I ain't got no money right now, man.
Val looked at the orca strangely for a moment before a small smirk formed. Everyone is okay. Small smirk formed on his face. Perhaps I prefer spending my time with fellow men of strength. Like this lad, for instance. Oh God, Sid's fucking gonna get teamed up on. Oh God, Sid's gonna get teamed up on. Sorry. He nodded his head towards Sid. If you strike my interest on the battlefield, I'd be happy to get to know you better. Crocodile's massive hand squeezed back in the handshake. Rainier let out a small giddy squeak. He turned back to Sid with a determined grin. Steal your resolve. You gotta get the penis.
May we gotta win this brawl now. I'm counting on you.
Sid squinted. What is happening right now? I think we've lost the plot. I think that's what's happening right now.
Let me have this, okay? I'm a stuck at sea for at least 3 weeks. Do you know what an empty bed does to a man? Wait, are you jealous? Don't worry, lad. I'll buy you a drink too if you want it.
What? Sid stumbled dumbfounded between Rainier's flirtatious wink, Val's approving nod, and Clyde waving enthusiastically at him in the distance. He's got the Himbo curse! Everyone wants a piece of the badger ass! Realization and slight horror slowly dawned across his face. Oh my God. Artemy was right. This is a harem. Oh my Christ. Ah, my Christ. As though on cue, Artemy popped her head out from behind the brawling crowd just as the festival horns blew, signaling the start of the brawling tournament. A delighted smile spread across the knight's face as she leaped over the fence and hurried to Sid's side. Dude, you know, if she's gonna be showing up here, you don't want everyone quitting because they're like, oh no, fuck that. She's gonna summon an electric horse and kill us all. You can't put wax on an electric horse. Sir Sid, I'm glad I managed to catch you before the fight begins. Make sure embarrassment and gratefulness fluttered across Sid's chest. Hey, Artie. Listen, sorry I've been kind of broody lately. I have many men trying to fuck me at once. Nonsense! There's nothing to apologize for. I deal with that all the time. We are a team, and I will happily support you as you have me. Anyway, I'm here to give you my best wishes for your upcoming brawl. Sid stared blankly as Artemy raised an expectant fist. Why do you stare at me so? This is proper fist bump behavior, is it not? Oh, right. Sid couldn't help but smile as he gently bumped fists with the knight. She looked pleased with herself, her tail wagging furiously behind her. Excellent! You are now honor-bound to perform great violence! I pray your brawl will be a fruitful one. Oh, trust me, there's plenty of fruits to go around. I don't think that's how a fist bump works, Artie. But thanks, I'll do my best. Oh, here we go.